89Q, Hope is here. Pete Chagnon hanging out with you on a Saturday evening. Earlier today, we were at the Texas Roadhouse Fishing Derby at Bluegill Park in Rib Mountain. We'll give you the rundown, the report on that coming up in about a couple songs here on 89Q. 89Q, I'm Pete Chagnon, hanging out with you this Saturday. My fiancée, Emily, hanging out as well. We were at the Texas Roadhouse Fishing Derby at Bluegill Park in Rib Mountain earlier today, and what a fun time was that, seeing a bunch of kids just getting so excited about catching fish. 89Q donated a mystery tackle box prize for the category of most unique catch of the day, and I was not expecting this, Emily.
I was not either.
I was not expecting this. I was thinking somebody would catch a frog, maybe a salamander, some kind of weird fish. But the 89Q Mystery Tackle Box prize for strangest catch of the day went to a girl.
It went to a girl.
It went to a girl fisherman. She was about maybe 10 years old, 11 years old, something like that.
Very excited about her catch.
And she reeled in goose droppings.
Goose droppings.
So that was the most unique catch of the day. But, you know, it goes to say, even when you're reeling in goose droppings, a bad day of fishing is still better than a good day in the office.
Or in their case, a good day at school.
Pete Chagnon, weekend evenings from 6 to 10 on 89Q.
89Q, I'm Pete Chagnon, along with my fiance Emily, hanging out with you here tonight. I fly kites just about as well as Charlie Brown ever did.
Just about as well. Maybe he flies.
Well, maybe Charlie Brown. Yeah, maybe Charlie Brown did a little bit of a better job.
I think so.
So I flew your kite a year ago and managed to get it stuck at the very top of a pine tree that you could see from your living room window, and there it stayed for an entire year stuck.
Through the blizzards, through high winds, through rainstorms.
And it's not just any kite. This is a kite that has traveled the world with you.
I took it to Africa with me. It lived with me in a hut.
And it survived a lion attack.
All those lions
didn't
attacks.
It survive a hippo attack one time too?
I don't think much survives a hippo attack, but it would have. This kite would have survived a hippo attack.
So it's there at the top of the tree, courtesy of me, for an entire year. And finally,
a week ago, I look up and it's gone. It's no longer in the tree. So I have hope again.
So I walked through the woods, and there it is at the bottom of the tree. And I'm expecting, all right, this thing is going to be in shreds, tattered, never to be flown again. The thing looks brand new.
It's
brand
amazing.
new, and it can fly still. It just needs a new tail.
It just needs a new tail. It's amazing. I cannot wait. Premier Kites, love them. It's been my favorite kite for years and years, and it'll be my favorite kite for years to come.
And you bought this down where, in Milwaukee?
In Milwaukee, there's a great kite stand next to ice cream stand.
Premier Kites. It survived an entire year of Wisconsin weather at the top of a tree, still flyable. I'm Pete Chagnon. Coming up next hour, something interesting I found on the internet worth sharing. We're going to talk hot peppers. Why do they keep making them hotter and hotter? It's a really interesting reason, one that I never thought about. I'll share that with you again next hour on something on the internet I found worth sharing, 89Q. I'm Pete Chagnon, and it's time for something interesting I found on the internet worth sharing. Pepper X is now officially the hottest pepper in the entire world, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. And thanks to the guy who keeps making these peppers hotter and hotter, Smokin' Ed Curry. And the reason why he's doing this really took me by surprise.
Everybody thinks that my goal is to just keep on getting spicier and spicier and spicier and develop peppers that will attain the new Guinness World Record. But that's not really my goal. What I'm doing is interbreeding peppers that have certain capsaicinoids in them that are not prevalent so that we can raise those rates higher. Those can be used for medical reasons, and we're hoping to cure some disease by breeding those things higher and higher.
So there you go, Pepper X with 2.6 million Scoville units, all in the name of science and curing diseases. 89Q, I'm Pete Chagnon, hanging out with you and my fiance, Emily. Pepper X has just been crowned the king of peppers in the entire world at 2.69 million Scoville units. There's nothing hotter in the entire world than Pepper X, but I like spicy, but it's got to make sense. It's got to be spicy. It's got to be flavorful. It's not about proving a point. And you like spicy, and I think you like to try to prove how painful you can go. Is that why you like spicy food?
No, I just love spicy food. I was first fed spicy food when I was 2 years old down in Tucson. Ate a carrot out of some jalapenos. It surprised me, but I've been hooked ever since, and I love spicy food.
So I'm with this guy. I'm with this guy. We went trout fishing in the Driftless, and we stopped at this little hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurant, which was fantastic. And he made us up 3 different varieties of hot sauce. And they were spicy, but well-balanced and extremely flavorful. And he said, you Americans do the chili peppers all wrong. It's all about trying to hurt yourself with the chilies, but it's about flavor and balance.
But he also looked at me when I ate the 3rd hottest of his variety of hot sauces and said, normally at this point, people start turning red and sweating a little bit. So
because you burnt off all your nerves and taste buds trying to eat stuff close to Pepper X. You like that ghost pepper stuff.
But you know what? Once I was in the village and they gave me some spicy hot peppers, and I actually bonded with the people in the community because I did not sweat when I was eating their hot peppers, and they thought, yay, here's one of us.
And that's why I chose radio and did not go on the mission field, because I can't tolerate spicy peppers. Two days of utter chaos and anarchy after I dropped my phone in the Wisconsin River, my brand new smartphone in the Wisconsin River, and I watched it slowly drift down to the bottom, never to be seen again. And then I realized how much I have come to completely rely on modern technology. Me, Gen X, turning 45 years old next month, grew up without the internet, had to memorize all my friends' phone numbers, had to spin the little dial thing on that device that used to hang on the wall with the big cord that always would get tangled. I have forgot my way. I have lost the way. I have forgot how to survive without my smartphone.
I was wondering why you went hours and hours and hours without texting me. It was very surreal.
Why did I drop my phone in the river? Because I was trying to reply to a message you sent me about our wedding, and Ryan had sent me a separate text message about something work related. And as I was responding, I dropped it, slipped out of my hand, hit the dock, and then slid right into the Wisconsin River, never to be seen again. So for 2 days, I have no way to contact the world other than a archaic laptop and Facebook. And so what did I do? I got on with my insurance company, ordered a new phone. Thankfully, it was covered under my policy, and then waited like a puppy dog staring out the window for the delivery guy to bring my new phone so I could rejoin the human race.
And what did he do in your downtime when you didn't have games to play and didn't have your fidget spinner?
I just told you, I looked out the window waiting for that FedEx truck to turn around the corner. I'm Pete Chagnon. I dropped my phone in the Wisconsin River, and then I realized I don't remember anybody's phone number. It's all saved on that phone, and gone are the days where I had phone numbers memorized. I don't even know your number, Emily, and we've been dating for 3 years and fixing to get married.
I think this is a good reminder for us, too, that we should get that portion of our brain working again and start memorizing scriptures instead of just using our Bible app.
Memorizing scriptures, get that portion of our brain working again so we can have total recall when we need a little bit of hope and encouragement. It's Brandon Lake, 89Q. On this week's episode of Adventures with Pete, it's actually the adventures of Pete and his fiancée, Emily, and it has nothing to do with fishing. We actually drove to Door County to do something I have never done but wanted to do: pick cherries.
It was great. This is my 3rd time up there picking cherries. I loved it.
And not just any cherries, the tart cherries, which I found through research are really good for people that are pre-diabetic. It helps with your glucose and producing insulin. So I think I ate, just to be healthy, I ate way more cherries than I picked.
I think you did. And you were actually surprised how fast it went to pick our buckets of cherries.
I was. I thought it was going to take all day, but it goes super fast. We actually got all the cherries we needed just from, I think, picking 2 trees. And then comes the fun part. the fun part was after the picking was done, we went back to the cherry stand and we ran them through this fabulous machine.
It's amazing. You talk about cherries being able to be picked faster. Well, I normally went home and pitted them for hours and hours. This machine pitted them in under a minute.
So they take all the cherries. We had like 2 coolers full of cherries, and they cool them down with some water and then just dump them into this machine. They flip the switch and it just runs through this drum and it just punches out all the pits. And
Best $4 of my life.
$4 is all it costs to run up through that machine, and the $4 well spent in this economy. Totally worth it.
Yes.
I would have paid $8. Don't tell them that. As far as adventures are concerned, picking cherries in Door County, totally would do that again. I was picking cherries in Door County, and I ate about as many as I picked, and I accidentally swallowed one of the cherry pits and freaked out because cherry pits have like a trace amount of cyanide in them. But here's the deal that calmed my soul, because I did the research. You have to eat about 20 to 30 cherry pits before you start feeling ill side effects. So there's that.